झूमे जो पठान मेरी जान महफिल ही लुट जाए दे दे जो ज़ुबान मेरी जान उस पे मर मिट जाए. We both are such big ardent fans of Dua Lipa. So I think that's still a dream come true. Even though it was just like few lines, but hearing us and hearing her in the same song will always be something iconic. You know, it's just amazing for us. यादों में तू है, हाँ बस तू ही, कैसा ये जादू किया. Of course, you're the voice when you're singing as a playback singer, but it's very important to, you know, feature in your own music videos to kind of tell your fans that this is a face to the voice that you're contributing. So I think that's the biggest challenge according to me. नशा सा तेरी आँखों में बातों में तू जीने की वजह मज़ा ना इन सुनी सुनी रातों में आ जाना यूं ना तरसा. I think there will always be a comparison between film music and non-film music, but there are people who are not looking at it like any differently. You know, like when we talk about King today, like his song is probably as big as like the biggest Bollywood song, you know. तुम हम और हम तुम हो जाए कहीं गुम माहिया मैं तेरे बिना गुमसुम न जाने तूने ऐसा क्या किया. Hi everyone, this is me Sukriti. Hi, this is Prakriti, and you're watching us on midday.com.
Hi, welcome to Midday. I'm Atulya, and today we are in conversation with the twin singing sensation of our country, Sukriti and Prakriti Kakar. Welcome to Midday, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Sukriti, I have to start with the anthem of the year, that is Jhume Jo Pathaan. So it's everywhere. I think it's on the cricket field also right now. There's on theatres. So can I request you to sing 2 lines and start the conversation on a high note?
Okay, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
झूमे जो पठान मेरी जान महफिल ही लुट जाए दे दे जो ज़ुबान मेरी जान उस पे मर मिट जाए. Thank you.
Thank you, that was lovely. So on that note, can you take us through the journey of the song, you know, right from the time you were approached to, you know, seeing this massive euphoria regarding the song?
I think it's just so amazing to be a part of something so big that the entire nation is, you know, loving all together. So it just feels super amazing, and I feel really lucky to be a part of something so big. But I think for me, my biggest take from this has been the opportunity, you know, given by Vishal and Shekhar and Siddharth Anand, and I feel like I will constantly thank them for giving me such a milestone in my career.
You're saying that it's been a long time since you, I think, shot the song also.
Yeah.
Been a couple of years, I think.
It's been 2 years since I actually sang the song, and then rest, I mean, it's just come out now, but it's been a long journey for sure.
So you both also had a recent collaboration with Badshah, which is, I mean, it's an amazing song, chartbuster. So can you take us through that collaboration, especially the music video? I think you got shot in Kerala, in the midst of nature. Can you just take us through that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has a journey of its own. It was in the making for almost a year. You know, our first collaboration with Badshah, and we really look up to him, you know, as an artist. It's very different to kind of shoot a song with him because you come to know of, you know, when you look at him so closely, you understand why he is where he is, because he takes his work so seriously and he's always on a mission of reinventing himself. This song also is so different from everything else that he has done, and you know, we're just so happy that we could do something like that with him. It was a journey of finding the song first, and it was from the same composer as Manike Magehite, which is Chamat. He's from Sri Lanka, so if you hear the song, it's got a little bit of a very Sri Lankan flavor that he obviously brings from his country, and to fuse that with like a little bit of Badshah's composition and us on vocals. So it's been a very happy sort of journey of trying to experiment, and we've tried to do something different, and of course it's got love. I think we were always speaking to him about like having a song and like figuring out the collaboration, and the only thing he always said is that first we need to focus on the song. We need to get the song that we three want to do together. And I think it had its own journey, but eventually it turned out great, and we were really happy. Like even shooting it in Kerala was just so amazing. We had
Came out really well also.
Mad experience. Even the look wise, I think the way the song looked, it was all so new for us, and we love experimenting when it comes to our own music. So we got to do that through Kya Se, and it's been an experience to remember for sure.
So over the years, you have collaborated with different artists. You know, how do you come on terms with matching the sensibilities, your collaborator's sensibilities? Is it a huge task or process in itself?
Not really. I feel like, all the collaborations at least we've done, and we've done it with like friends first. I feel like obviously like it's not like we've just, it also has been, but like we've known these people for a while, and we've looked up to their music so much. I remember there was a time that we did a collaboration with Sukhi Musical Doctors, and he's been one of our favorite artists actually that we've interacted with, and so they've always like come along with great synergy. I think there are like ideas from our side, there are ideas from their side, and the song is in the works for a long time, and only when I think both the parties are excited and happy and satisfied, that's when we've gotten it to the next stage of shooting and releasing it. So I think it's been very insightful. I think collaboration is the best way to discover music and make something that is unique.
I think that's the beauty. Like your two worlds meet, and you kind of, it's like an exchange of music. It's an exchange of two styles. It's an exchange of two different very fan followings also. So I think if you want to make your music be heard to a bigger audience, I think that's the way forward.
Talking about collaborations, you have also had collaborations with Lipa and Matteo Bocelli. So how was that whole experience for you guys? What did you learn from the experience? Because international, their sensibility is completely different from us.
I think both the artists that we're talking about are also very, very different. Although I think, Dua Lipa has Italian roots and stuff like that, and, Matteo Bocelli is from there. But I think the first one that actually came out was the Dua Lipa one, which was, I think, the biggest surprise for us, because for a long time we didn't think that it was going to happen. It was also called off in the middle, and then suddenly it just kind of, happened again. So it was, I felt like we manifested that so much, because we both are such big ardent fans of Dua Lipa. So I think that that's still a dream come true. Like I still cannot believe that really happened, even though it was just like few lines. But hearing us and hearing her in the same song will always be something iconic. It's just amazing for us. And then Matteo is just, we met him before the song came out.
So that was actually a very different experience, because it kind of, the conversation kind of started in the lockdown. And again, it was a song that was made without actually meeting him. So it was only made on different Google Meets and, a lot of Zoom meetings and virtual sessions. So it was a very interesting journey, a big learning experience. For the first time, we realized that Indian music can also be fused with, Italian music. And for us, it was such a new experience. And I think when you hear the song, you need at least 2-3 listens to be able to believe that two worlds have actually come together. But again, got a lot of love, on social media for that, and a lot of love from a whole new, different Italian audience also. So I think that's the power of music. You hear them, you hear two worlds fused in one, and it'll always be the first Indian-Italian song to exist. So
I think also the common link between both these songs is Amaal Malik. Like he composed the song, and he also composed Dua Lipa, and I think it's just we get to share 2 international collaborations together, so it's amazing.
So you both worked with Amaal and Armaan both, but I think different projects completely. Never worked with them together, I think.
Not together, no.
So how have they, those as brothers and musicians?
Well, I think Armaan we've known since we've been babies. Like we've all grown up together. So when we moved to Bombay, I think they were the first family we ever came to know who's also like a musical family. So it's been amazing, I think, growing up and seeing his journey, and also like us having our own journey, but musically always, like we always connect to his music so much. I think he's always up to such amazing things, and how he diversifies his music, and he does his Bollywood Hindi stuff. Then he does his English stuff, which is also so amazing. So it's really nice to see Armaan's journey, and you know, we're always going to be each other's you know, friends first and like the biggest well-wishers. I got to sing a duet with him actually in T-Series mixtape. That was the first time we collaborated. So it's very special.
So, you know, when you talk about independent music in India, you guys have an immense contribution towards it as well. But what are the challenges? Like, even though it's growing in India right now, what are the challenges you face, you know, to push independent music in India?
Well, I think it's just the way that people look at it, you know, like it's called independent music and not just music for a reason. Independent music is always looked at, you know, the kind of music that probably needs more support, and which is the truth of it. Of course, it does need support, but you know, like we live in a time where, like, no matter what you say, like Bollywood music is always kind of dominating our playlists, the music consumption in India. But the challenges are really like you just have to put yourself out there, you know, and of course you're the voice when you're singing as a playback singer, but it's very important to, you know, feature in your own music videos to kind of tell your fans that this is a face to the voice that you're contributing. So I think that's the biggest challenge according to me.
I just feel like, I mean, like you're saying, like it's going on, but I feel like it's the present, it's the future. I mean, this is the way forward. Everybody is getting an outlet to express themselves, and there's just so much music happening because of this reason. I think there will always be a comparison between film music and non-film music, but like there's so many amazing artists right now, and with the right kind of promotion and support, I feel like the right independent music is, you know, becoming like so familiar with the audiences. Like there are people who are not looking at it like any differently, you know, like when we talk about King today, like his song is probably as big as like the biggest Bollywood song, you know. So there are instances like this there where it's being proven to be true, and I feel like if there's an artist and then there's the right kind of support given to him and for his independent music, then it's going to be really big. It's going to be the biggest, honestly.
And also you guys have done like over 100 live shows till now. Yeah, is it true? Yeah.
We haven't counted, but
It
feels
must
like
be like
over
like that,
10
no?
years, so I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So what would be like your most memorable live show if I have to ask you, like on the spot?
There are so many actually, like you not like come up with one, but I feel like it will always be the kind of shows where, you know, we get to meet like the younger listeners and the younger fans. And what I mean by that is like college shows, or like you know, just concerts where, or like maybe even club shows sometimes, where we just get to meet the kind of people who religiously actually hear our music and sing along every word and every line.
And what does your bucket list look like now? Any future collaborators you want to work with?
There's a lot in the bucket list, you know. I feel like even though it's been so many years, as an artist, you always feel like you're doing so less of how much you want to do. And yeah, but I think there's, you know, an album potentially in the works. That's definitely something that's going to be happening. You know, we're going to be also promoting our song. We're going to be doing an India tour soon. So that was always in the bucket list, and hopefully that's going to happen in the next few months, which is really special because that's when you get to meet your true listeners. And when you're doing a show and it's a ticketed show, you know, like your true fans are going to be coming and supporting you. So that is something in the bucket list. And of course, there's so many people that, you know, I want to work with. So lots of collaborators potentially in the bucket list.
So can we end with a song from your own song?
Sure.
If I may make a recommendation, Hum Tum. I love that song.
Lovely. Okay,
Done.
perfect. So we're gonna go with her favorite song of ours. This is Hum Tum, live, acoustic and without any instruments.
For the first time, for midday.
Thank you.
Let's go.
यादों में तू है, हाँ बस तू ही, कैसा ये जादू किया, हूँ मैं अधूरी, तू ही जरूरी, बिन तेरे लगे ना जिया, नशा सा तेरी आंखों में, बातों में, तू जीने की वजह, मजा ना इन सुनी सुनी रातों में, आ जाना यूं ना तरसा, तुम हम और हम तुम हो जाए कहीं गुम माहिया, मैं तेरे बिना गुमसुम न जाने तूने ऐसा क्या किया। तुम हम और हम तुम हो जाए कहीं गुम माहिया, मैं तेरे बिना गुमसुम न जाने तूने ऐसा क्या किया।
Thank you so much. That was lovely.
Thank
you
you.
so much talking to us.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.